Hey guys, welcome back. I did one of these, a similar video here the other day about another number 4 seed that was not supposed to get this far. And I'm back again to talk about another number 4 seed that was not supposed to be here. And I don't know, maybe it's the coach. I mean, maybe Barry Trotz is just that good of a coach. But last year, the New York Islanders had not made the conference finals since 1993, when they made it last year and they lost in 6 to Tampa. Well, they're back again, and of course, I'm wearing the reverse retro. I think the reverse retro. This should probably be the jersey that they have for their home jersey. Not that there's anything wrong with this, because there's nothing wrong with this. I like this too, but I just think it looks. I think the reverse retro just looks just a little bit better. I mean, I like the darker blue. The orange seems to stand out a little more here, and of course, you've got the white and the orange here, where it's just reversed right there. So, but these guys, man, oh man, oh man, they get a rematch with Tampa. They play the defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning again in the semifinals for the right to go to the finals. And I mean, Pittsburgh was supposed to beat these guys. I mean, again, you talk about the way the playoff standings should go. Whether it should be the divisional 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, or the conference based 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. Again, it doesn't matter. You have two number four seeds. They were both in the North and in, which division were they again? I'm having a brain fart here. And the East. The number 4 seed in the North and the number 4 seed in the East are both in the what this year it's not called conference finals, it's called semifinals. And of course, you've got the defending champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning, who, pardon me, they were a number 3 seed. Now, of course, they're the defending champions, but they still finished third in their division. I mean, two number 4 seeds and a number 3, and now, of course, in the semifinals, they reseed. Montreal is still a number 4 seed. The Islanders now are a number 3 seed in the semifinals. But when the playoffs started, they were both still number 4 seeds. I mean, what do you do? This is an incredible run. They haven't made back-to-back Final Fours, conference finals or semifinals, since they won 4 straight. Or since they won 4 straight and we're going for a 5th. I mean, they haven't done this since the 80s, when they made 5 straight Stanley Cup finals. They won 4 of them. And again, they have not won it since 1983. Now, is anybody going to be giving them a chance really against Tampa? Probably not. But last year, when Tampa won the Cup, the New York Islanders were, to me, the team that gave them the most trouble. I mean, they beat. They went for their first 2 series. They won 4 games to 1 over Columbus and then Boston, and then they get to they get into the conference finals. And yes, it was in the bubble, but they made the conference finals, and the New York Islanders gave them. I mean, they gave them hell And I think, I think they could do it again. I mean, in Tampa, of course, they beat them in six. Then they go to the finals. And yes, they went six against Dallas, but to me, watching that entire series, Dallas didn't give the Tampa Bay Lightning as much fits and as much problems as the New York Islanders did. Now, I sense that could happen again. And of course, second time in a row, do we get the same result? Does Tampa go back to the finals? Or do we see, for the first time since 1984, the New York Islanders, can they pull another upset? Can they pull another upset and knock off the defending Stanley Cup champions and get to the Stanley Cup final? I don't know. I mean, this is, like I talked about the other day with Montreal. I mean, a hell of a story here for a Canadian team that has, the Canadian team. A Canadian team hasn't won the cup since '93. Oddly enough, the Montreal Canadiens run to the Stanley Cup Finals that year and the Stanley Cup win. They went through the New York Islanders in the what was called the Prince of Wales Conference Championship. Then that was before they went to the whole geographical crap. I love the old division names, and conference names. When they went back to the divisions, I wish they would have gone back to the old names. Not the Eastern Western Conference, Campbell Conference, Wales Conference, and the old division names. It would have been, that to me would have been cool instead of this whole geographical stuff. But whatever. But yeah, I mean, could these guys keep the upset train going? Not many. Hasn't really been hardly anybody that's shown that they can really challenge Tampa. I think these guys can. And who knows? Could it be as improbable as it could be? You could technically get two Eastern Conference teams playing each other in the finals. And wouldn't it be interesting if it were the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Islanders? Intriguing. little intriguing. Just a little. It would definitely be odd. But again, I mean, just the way they did the divisions this year, they couldn't cross the border. You still really can't cross the border yet. But so I mean, it was totally odd this year. And then they do the reseeding, so you end up getting, you don't have the traditional conferences. It's just the four divisions. You don't have the typical conferences. So yeah, you could get a Montreal Tampa Stanley Cup final, or a Montreal New York Islanders Stanley Cup final. Or you could get like the traditional type Stanley Cup final where either Colorado or Vegas ends up in the final against either Tampa Bay or the New York Islanders. But yeah, this is going to be a definitely intriguing matchup to see the Islanders and the Lightning playing each other again for the second year in a row. Tampa knows the Islanders pretty well, but I think also the Islanders, they gave Tampa they gave Tampa fits. They gave Tampa fits last year, and I can see them do it again. Can they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4 times out of 7? I don't know. That's why they play the game. That's why they play the series. Now, again, we're not quite sure when that series will start. That could start maybe this weekend. Could be. I mean, what's today? Wednesday. I gotta think. Probably Saturday. Maybe Saturday. Maybe even Sunday. I guess it depends on if they want to wait until the Colorado Vegas series is over, and then you know who will be playing Montreal. So I'm not sure how they're going to do that with the schedule. But we'll have to wait and see on that. But it wouldn't surprise me if they maybe started it up on Saturday, or it wouldn't surprise me if they maybe even waited until Sunday, or because let's see, Game 6 of Colorado and Vegas I think would be tomorrow, and if that goes to a Game 7, I would think then that would be Saturday. So then maybe you start the Tampa Bay New York series on Sunday, and then the Montreal against either Colorado or Vegas on Monday, if that series goes to 7. Now, if Vegas, of course, knocks out Colorado, then yes, you would probably start the Lightning Canadian series on Saturday, and then possibly Vegas Montreal then on Sunday. We'll have to obviously wait and see on that. But yeah, let me and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. The rematch, the Lightning and the Islanders. Second straight year they're playing each other in the Final Four. Who do you guys think wins? I mean, honestly, I think Tampa will end up winning. But you know what? Because I'm good. I like Tampa. I like the Islanders too. I'm good with either one. Just kind of like last year, I'm good with either one. But man, the story it could be for these guys if they could make it back to the Stanley Cup final for the first time since 1984. That would be something special. It would be something special. Will it happen? Who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on what you think. Do you give the Islanders a chance? I mean, I definitely give them a chance. I mean, I could see the series go 7 games. Talk for a while, you get the dry throat. Good stuff. I could see it. I really could. I could see the series going 7 games, and I hope it does. I really hope it does. These are two really good teams, and I think the Islanders have got. I think they got something to prove. They're going to go into the series against Tampa with they're going to have a chip on their shoulder. They're going to remember last year and be like, we almost had them last year. I think they're going to go into this thinking we can get them this time. It'll be very interesting to see. But let me know your guys' thoughts on whether or not you give the Islanders a legitimate chance to knock off the defending champions and end up in the finals for the first time since 1984. Which 1984 I was. What was I? 7 years old. 7 years old, I think, in 1984. I was born in 77, so yeah, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. The last time the New York Islanders win the Stanley Cup Finals, I was 7 years old. So, yeah, how cool would it be if they could pull that off? And if they do end up in the finals, how do you not cheer for them? How do you not get behind them? I mean, if it were to end up being Montreal and the New York Islanders, you've got a Canadian team that hasn't won since 1993, or you'd have the New York Islanders who haven't won it since 83. That's where you're just like, I'm happy for whoever wins. I'm happy for them. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. If you guys think the Tampa Bay Lightning can, or if the New York Islanders can hang with Tampa, and could they pull another upset? Could they pull another upset, knock off the defending champions, and end up playing for the Stanley Cup? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. And for anyone new that's just cruising around the internet, and you happen to see this video or one of my other videos from my channel, I encourage you to give it a watch. If you like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button. If you want to, you could hit the little bell to get notifications whenever I upload something new. And yeah, I would definitely appreciate it. I would love to see how much I can grow this channel. And yeah, I will, and of course I will probably talk about when we do know who the Montreal Canadiens are playing. I'll probably talk a little bit about that series too. And I will probably talk a little bit about the final four teams and what we could possibly see in the finals. So yeah, should be really interesting. And again, congratulations to the New York Islanders. For the second straight year, they've made the Final Four, what would normally be called the conference finals, but it's not this year, it's just the semifinals. But for the second straight year, the New York Islanders are in the Final Four. And I look forward to seeing how far they can go. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the Islanders and Lightning and who you think might win, and whether or not this other Cinderella story, thought the Montreal Canadiens were the big Cinderella story. No, there's a second one, and the second one is another number 4 seed. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts, and again, for anybody new that's just perusing around the internet and you happen to come across one of my videos or my channel and you watch some of them and you like them, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for the notifications if you want to. And I will see you guys again real soon.